We continue, children, with Rule 6, change adverbs of time and place. Now, let's see what are the adverbs that take the change in the direct to indirect. Here, in the direct, will change into there in the indirect speech. This will change into that. These will change into those. Now will change into then. Thus will change into so. Ago will change into before. Today will change into that day. Tomorrow will change into the next day. Yesterday in the direct speech will change into the day before in the indirect speech. Tonight will change into that night. Last night will change into the night before. The next day will change into following day. Day after tomorrow will change into the day after the next day. Now let's see them in the examples. They said it is cold in here. Now here will change into there in the indirect speech. They said that it was cold there. They said we are going to the party this afternoon. Now this adverb will change into that in the indirect speech. They said that they were going to the party that afternoon. Fatima said these mangoes are rotten. These will change into those. Fatima said that those mangoes were rotten. He said, I have to leave now. Now will change into then in the indirect speech. He said that he had to leave then. She said to me, John called me 10 minutes ago. Ago will change into before in the indirect speech. She told me that John had called her 10 minutes before. Next example, Steve said, I didn't go to school today. Today will change into that day in the indirect speech. Steve said that he hadn't gone to school that day. My friend said to me, we are going to Hyderabad tomorrow. Tomorrow will change into next day in the indirect speech. My friends told me that they were going to Hyderabad the next day. Next example, my mother said it was hot yesterday. Yesterday would change into the day before in the indirect speech. My mother said that it had been hot the day before. He said to Annie, I'm meeting Karen tonight. Tonight will change into that night. He told Annie that he was meeting Karen that night. Bella said, my father got angry with me last night. Last night in the direct speech will change into the night before in the indirect speech. Bella said that her father had got angry with her the night before. Philip said, I will be at home the next day. The next day in the direct speech will change into the following day. Philip said that he would be at home the following day. Peter said to Martin, I will visit you day after tomorrow. Day after tomorrow will change into the day after the next day in the indirect speech. Peter told Martin that he would visit him the day after the next day. Thank you, children.